fussed about than Catholic church, for instance. I didn't understand why I had to go to church each Sunday as if God keeps track of my attendance. Like, that didn't make any sense to me. So I asked my parents whether I would be a Hindu if I was born in India, or a Buddhist if I was born in China, and they told me yes. And I thought to myself, well, if I'm going to be this there and something else there, I don't want to be anything. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I don't know how you think about it, but personally, I decided not to go to the Catholic Church anymore. I started to do a lot of other things. I started smoking weed. I had a love relationship which was quite, juvenile and unhealthy. I stopped studying in my school. Then came the university after this rebellious phase, and I enrolled in mechanical engineering, FSB, here in Zagreb. And I failed the first exam in my life, and my parents also found out I was smoking weed, and they were already unhappy that I wasn't attending the Catholic Mass. And so my dad came to Zagreb and he asked me, what do I want for my life? Or in Croatian, Ivane, što ti želiš od života? And I started to think to myself, okay, well, what do I want? I was thinking like money, it would be nice, but then again, I'm going to die either way, so who cares about money? Pleasures like the sweet alcohol stuff, yeah, sure, I can enjoy it for a while, but that's also going to pass. I'm going to die. Like, what happens next? Who am I? I realized that I had no answer, and it troubled me because I didn't know who I was and where I was going, and that really troubled me. So I decided to research who I was and what's this world, what's this life that I have. And so I isolated myself in my room. I had 0 friends at a time. I went online and I took all the books I could get my hands on and I started to research magic, Kabbalah, occult stuff, and then other religions, Hinduism, Buddhism, what they say. I started to read philosophers, what they say, and science books, how this world came to be according to science. So I was trying to see all of these people, like, what do they say, who am I, and what am I to do in this world? Like, what is my purpose and my meaning? Also, that was 5 years ago, I came to this event with a very similar group of Americans, almost exactly the same, and they gave me the Bible. Now, I had a Catholic upbringing, but I never read the Bible, but now I had the book. It was a very nice leather-bound book. And so I decided, you know what, since I'm already reading all of these books, I might as well read the Bible. And I decided, you know what, big book, so I'll read it from the first page to the last, each day maybe 2-3 pages, together with my morning coffee, Turkish coffee, the best one. And soon I realized that I was excited to wake up in the morning and see what's next. There was something interesting about this book, now that I wasn't influenced by anyone else, just reading the book for what it is. Soon I realized that all of these religions and the magical stuff and the philosophers and the Bible, like all of it, there were some chunks of truth in it. This spiritual realm, whether you believe in it or not, I feel like everybody believes in some form of energy and supernatural stuff. Like all of it is real. And the Bible never went against it in a sense that it would say it doesn't exist. It said, yeah, it does exist, but don't do that. So I carried on researching. And then I read through the Old Testament, and I came to the New Testament, where Jesus is. And I came to his words. And something struck me. Now, all of these religions, and the magical stuff, and the philosophers, and the atheism with its, enjoy the life of what it is, like all of it was repeating the exact same message. And that was, you do this, you do that. You secure yourself in afterlife. You save yourself. You procure nirvana. You reincarnate yourself into something. You become perfect. You become God. Jesus, on the other hand, was the only one who said a bit of a different thing. He said, no, you're not perfect, but I am for you. It was a very different message. And so I started to think, well, if I were to read all the books in the world, and get all the money in the world, and all the pleasures and whatnot, I would still be imperfect. This Jesus guy is correct. And so I decided to accept him. That did change my life. I'm quite a different man to what I was prior to accepting Jesus. And so I became a Christian. Now, that part of my life has been 2.5 years or so since I accepted him, has been a ride. Now, usually when you think of Christians, it may sound a bit dull, as if it's very boring and very, I don't know how to put it, dezinficirano, vrlo dosadno in Croatian for my Croatian friends. Sterile, thank you. But it really isn't. It's so exciting, there's so much happening all the time, and I also uncovered a whole group of Christians who I can call my family. Given the amount of love I have for them, they have for me. And all the doors it opened, career-wise, and like the events we can have, and just the fellowship as a family is something unique. So ever since I accepted Christ in my life changed drastically, and I've been bestowed so many blessings in so many areas of my life. It's just, changed me. I think I had a really cool line to end this speech with, but I forgot it, so I'll end it here. Thank you.